Hello and welcome back to another episode of EFL Roundup, where I'll round up the biggest news stories across the EFL over the last 24 hours. And we're going to start off this episode by talking about Swansea, because they have rejected 2 offers by Coventry for their player Matt Grimes. Matt Grimes for me is a player that is massively underrated in the Championship. He's a fantastic passer of the ball. He is vital in the way Swansea like to play their football. If Coventry can pull this off, I do think it would be one of the best January transfer signings of the window. Matt Grimes alongside Victor Torp in the middle of the pitch would be an unbelievable midfielder partnership. This would allow Victor Torp to have the freedom to go forward and be a lot more dangerous in front of goal. Whereas with Grimes, he can sit back and he can dictate the play a lot deeper. Also, the likes of Thomas Asante, I know has been rumoured to be leaving the football club, but Wright and Sims, the forwards at the football club at Coventry, they would massively benefit from Matt Grimes' vision from deep. I can just imagine it now. Matt Grimes picks the ball up from deep, he finds the run either out wide or through the middle, and you can see a lot of goals which Coventry will score from just through splitting teams open due to Matt Grimes' vision on the ball. But that offer of course hasn't been accepted yet, but honestly, Matt Grimes leaving Swansea, I don't blame him, because Swansea, in my opinion, are a couple of players away from actually competing for those playoff positions. I can't see them doing it this year, but with Coventry performing well under Frank Lampard, there is a good chance that they could push for those playoff positions. So I can understand why he wants to leave the football club if the offer was to be accepted. Moving on to some more Championship news, Hull City could win the race to sign Louie Barry. If you didn't know, Louie Barry has had a number of Championship clubs looking at him. He's done unbelievable in League One and also in League Two with Stockport County. He managed to get 17 goal contributions in 23 appearances. So the next step for him is to perform well in the Championship. And if Hull City win this, they've had an unbelievable January transfer window. They've already signed 6 to 7 quality players this month already. Matt Crooks being one of them, also Carl Joseph as well. Louie Barry on top of that. You can definitely see Hull staying up this season. Ruben Sellers is building a fantastic squad, and if they can build some really good form in the second half of this Championship season, I can see them just continuing this great form into the next season. Ruben Sellers, for me, since being the Reading boss, has done unbelievable, and he's just translated that to Hull already. He's had an impact straight away, and you can clearly see that the Hull ownership back Ruben Sellers. They believe in him as well, and you're now seeing them backing with top quality signings. Moving on to League One, Richard Kone yet again has had an offer for him, and yes, my club Luton Town have put in a £6 million reported fee for the 21-year-old striker. Wickham, we don't know if they've said yes to this £6 million fee. This is the third offer which has been submitted by Luton. The first 2, of course, was rejected. Luton are in desperate need of a striker, and I think both Luton fans and also Wickham fans would like answers to this as soon as possible, because if Wickham, if they are going to sell Richard Kone, then they of course would need a replacement. Whereas with Luton, we're in desperate need for a striker. So if we can't get him, we need to move on and get another striker in. So I like to think Luton are trying to get more than one striker through the door. Obviously, I can't comment on that, but hopefully this deal could be sorted for both parties. But £6 million, it is massively inflated. I don't think he's worth that. I think he is, of course, worth a couple of £1 million less. I would like to think the way Luton like to do business, this would be like a £3 million fee with add-ons if he does do well for the football club. But even if the transfer doesn't work out, he's 21 years old. He's scoring goals for fun in League One at the moment. If it doesn't work out in the next 18 months, there is still potential resale value there, because he's going to be 22 to 23 years old. So yes, it might sound a lot now, but if he hits the ground running as well, then that fee could be worth double in a season or two's time. And lastly, in League Two, and to be honest with you, there wasn't much news surrounding League Two over the last 24 hours, but Kadeem Harris for Carlisle United has extended his contract from now until the end of the season. He only signed a short-term deal in November, but since coming to Carlisle United, he has had a massive impact. He's featured 10 times for the football club. He's also been involved in 3 goals, and overall his performances have been quite good. Since Carlisle announced that Kadeem Harris was staying at the football club, I've not seen a single bad word said by the Carlisle fans about Kadeem. Honestly, his performances since coming in have been great. His quality in the final third will definitely be important from now until the end of the season. And with the signings which Carlisle have been making so far in this January transfer window, you would like to think those new signings, Kadeem Harris's quality in the final third, would build some momentum for Carlisle to climb out of those bottom 2 places in League 2. This is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy listening to this episode of EFL Roundup. Make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below on any of the topics I've mentioned in this video. Please subscribe. I know I make a lot of Luton Town content, but I am doing more EFL content on top of my Luton stuff. So if you are a fan of another EFL club, please subscribe because more is coming your way very soon. Thank you for watching.